Hello everyone, what is up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with XRP in the XRP community. Now in CoinMarketCap, XRP is just slightly above 20 cents. Bitcoin is hovering around $9.5 thousand. Now before I started recording this video, I bought more XRP, but I should diversify more of my portfolio. What other coins do you guys hold? My second biggest position is VeChain, but what other coins do you guys hodl other than those two coins that maybe I should go ahead and take a look at? But now guys, before we jump into news, I like to say I'm not a financial advisor, nor is financial advice, it's just for entertainment value only. XRP Yo-Yo tweeted out, why do they hate Ripple?
What's up with the haters? Because if you've seen the Twitter feeds out there, you'll see some
I've never noticed.
stuff. Yeah,
what are you talking about?
No idea. No, but honestly, I was actually asking someone else about this, and they posited that it's because you guys are kind of a hybrid. You're sort of a corporate blockchain thing, but you're also a currency, so you don't have your own tribe, and so that kind of puts you in the crosshairs of everyone. What's your theory? What's up with the hate?
Well, look, I think the crypto markets and the origins of this industry are born of a group of people who, frankly, were very much on the far edges of libertarianism of, we don't trust the government and we want to avoid the government, we want to circumvent the government, and even some would say, let's take down the government. One step closer, they would say, the banks are the man, we hate the man, let's bring down the man. Ripple took at the time, and maybe even today still, a contrarian view. The revolution of blockchain is not happening from outside the system. The government is not going away. And if governments don't go away, all of the regulatory frameworks that apply to financial institutions are not going away. And that means banks are not going away. And so our attitude is, look, if you want to enable an internet of value, you have to connect the repositories of value. The Bitcoin blockchain is a repository of value order of magnitude $120 billion. The repository of value of the banks is many, 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 many trillions. So if you really want to impact society, if you really want to change the nature of how our global economic infrastructure works, of course you want to partner with the banks. Of course you want to partner with financial institutions. But to your earlier point, I think that has made us unpopular with some that, they pray at the altar of certain cryptos, and they have an ideology and religion about it. I do think, I use holy wars. It's a crusade for some.
Yeah, so you don't think Bitcoin's going to get rid of the Fed anytime soon?
I don't think Bitcoin's going to get rid of the Fed anytime soon. But although, can I interject also, because I do pay attention sometimes to what the community says. Last week I was quoted as saying, Brad Garland is out bashing Bitcoin. Let me be very clear. I own Bitcoin.
Hang on. The quote was about China. You said there's kind of...
I was going to get there.
There we go, guys. The banks are not going to go away. And so that was part 1. You guys can go ahead and check part 2 and part 3. I'll leave all the links down in the description below so you guys can investigate further. Next it comes from Boy XRP.
One event I'm waiting to see, just for everybody who's like going, what is Bob waiting to see? That's going to make Bob go, whoa, right? So you'd see, if you watched past year and a half, you'll see some press releases by the Federal Reserve about the faster payments and the faster payments task force. And then you'll see some stuff, Bank of England, about the future of payments and their system there. And it's really prominent in the Bank of England things that they published called synchronization. And synchronization is really what they called what we're doing with Ripple and ILP as atomic payments across multiple countries.
Yeah.
And so everybody's looking at that. I talked to lots of bankers and clearing centers in the US, and people totally get synchronized payments because it takes a million failure cases out that are really expensive to deal with. So as soon as you see somebody going, oh, we're doing serious testing between any two central banks, whether it's Bank of England, I think India started talking about some of this, between any two central banks to say, we want to do these synchronized payments from one bank in our country to another bank in your other country through the central bank and these synchronizing settlement transactions. That's huge because everybody wants to be the first, second customer of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like every central banker knows the value of that. They're just going, do I want to be absolutely first or do I want to be the second group to join in? And so once that happens, it will completely blow up. And that means all payments are changed. And that is the big door opening for XRP
if
in the middle of everything.
If a central bank ends up leveraging Ripple, that
Payment solutions are going to change, guys. Once again from XRP Yo-Yo.
They respond to what people demand and what the economy requires. Even cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple are vying for a spot in the cashless world, constantly reinventing themselves in the hope of offering more stable value and quicker and cheaper settlement. Let me now turn to my second issue. What is the role of the state? What is the role of a central bank in that new monetary landscape? Some suggest that the state should back off, should back down. Providers of e-money argue that they are less risky than banks because they do not lend money. Instead, they hold client funds in custodian accounts and simply settle payments within the network. For their part, cryptocurrencies seek to anchor trust in technology. And as long as they are transparent and you are techie savvy, you might trust their services. Still, I'm not entirely convinced. Proper regulation of these entities will remain a pillar of trust. Now, should we go further? Beyond regulation, should the state remain an active player in the market for money? Should it fill the void left by the retreat of cash? Let me be more specific. Should central banks issue a new digital form of money? A state-backed token, or perhaps an account held directly at the central bank and available to people and firms for retail payments, to each of you. True, your deposits in commercial banks are already digital, but a digital currency would be a liability of the state, like cash today, not of a private firm, the central bank, the state. And this is not
science fiction. Christine Lagarde, we are adopting digital currency in a new world digital landscape. XRP the standard, XRP XLM. Once again, you guys can check out the other parts. Now guys, we're into the fun part of XRP and the XRP community. Now this is quite interesting. From Natural Meta 777, we can see XRP master plan. Marvin scenario emerging. 1. Riots across America. 2. National emergency. 3. Martial law. 4. Mass arrest. 5. Monetary reset. 6. XRP is let loose. Thoughts? So guys, what do you guys think about the Marvin scenario? Next, it comes from Morningstar. The morale in this community is low, and understand that. Remember, there is something in the code to hold the price low. That same thing is used to push the price up. September 2018 is the key. September 2018 is the key to push the price up. Next, it comes from J9 Delton. Friday to Monday are going to be very interesting. Wonder what's going to happen. We can see here 99%, 100%. So yellow and green it is. Look at that, guys. Yellow, green. It might be happening, guys. Lots of things are happening in today's society. This comes from MTV Media. XRP could be the new world reserve, and I'm not even joking. I wish I could tell you everything, guys. So look at that. The new world reserve. Andrew P. tweeted out, I'm seeing more and more big names in our community starting to wonder about XRP. In my mind, the final shakeout will be a piece of FUD so massive from a seemingly trusted source that will terrify even the stoutest holder. That's what I'm bracing for. You're not getting my XRP, so there could be a huge dump incoming. Anything is possible, guys. Remember, you are not getting my XRP. So Mike tweeted out, whoa, XRP, check this out. We can see here, Ripple, Bill Gates, and Google joined forces to provide access to financial services worldwide. You guys can read all of this, but look, the founding members include Coil, which is financially supported by Ripple, as well as the Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation, Google. So look at this. If the adoption of digital financial services is adopted in all parts of the world, the GDP of emerging markets worldwide could increase by more than 3.7 billion by 2025. This is quite interesting, guys. You guys can read more of this. Baba Cooks tweeted out, "Soon you will understand the standard." Soon, guys. Everything is soon. Patience. The final tweet for today's video comes from Mr. Poole. We can see this right here. And then if we go down here, we can see this picture right here, which is the flames. What do you guys think about today's video? I mean, there's lots of things that's happening and in the news. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And you guys, see ya.
This is the beginning of the greatest economic cycle this country has had since World War II. And I knew the things that Donald would do. And he hasn't even got started. But this is the eye of the motherfucking storm, the perfect storm. It ain't never going to get any better. Never. This is perfect for the QLA model. If I could have written a prescription or a formula, I couldn't have written it any better. Low interest rates, money's free, you stupid. Massive chaos. And Donald's going to rip the mother economy apart. And he's going to for practice in a good way. This is it. It ain't never going to get any better. This is like a multiple orgasm the rest of your life, you fucking slags that are in the audience. This is it.
Sometimes I don't want to hear what Dan has to tell me. But as I wrote in one of my blogs, the old man, he's always right. Because he's telling you what you don't want to hear about yourself, but what you know is true. And that is, you're not stepping yourself up. You're not stepping your game up. And you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appear in reality.